don't you ever think about how a UI just closes itself when you open another one? And let me tell you, it's not magic. It's just a UI manager. And what I'm talking about is this. So you, for example, open a UI and then, boom, this opens and this closed. So it's a pretty simple script. It has 3 functions, and what you want to do is open a module script and in a replicated storage, and then we can start. So we're to start doing a table called local UI manager, and inside there is the current element, which is nil, and the current element will be the currently opened UI. Okay, so for example, when you join, there isn't any UI opened yet, so it's nil, as we can see here. But for example, when you open a UI, like so, basically, like boom, achievements, and now it's nil. Now premium shop, frame. Okay, I think you understood. So basically, it's a table where it's nil. When you open a UI, the current element equals to the frame. So, like for example, this is the main function you will have to use in other scripts, and the first thing you want to do is if UI manager dot comment enable element then id element, which is basically runs these functions where it says if element is a frame, then element visible dot false equals false, and if it's a screen GUI, then dot enable equals false. And then you have the hand, so it was a if statement, and if this passes, so if this basically is not the case, then show element, and the UI manager dot current element, so this will not be nil but will be equal to the element. Okay, so basically the frame you're gonna open. Then we have this function, which is dot close window, and you hide the element, and then UI manager dot current element equals to nil. And then you have this function it's toggle window, and what you do basically here is if UI manager dot current element equals to the element, then UI manager dot close window, else, so if it's nil, then you can open it. And what this does is basically like, now it's nil, now it's set to the frame, so if UI manager dot current element is to the element, is equal to the element, then if you try again, it closes because it was equal to the element, and so it closes the window. But when it's nil, so it's else, it opens the window. So this was the basic setup, and it's not a simple script because beginners can really struggle with it, but if you're like an intermediate scripter, then I think it's not that bad. I think it's pretty fair, pretty basically fair. So how to use a model script? So we have the UI manager model, and we have the example in the client. Okay, so local players, we can just skip all this and go to the UI manager. So let me just do this. Modules, okay. And then we have the module here for UI manager, and then world manager. Require all this goes all here. Boom. Modules. Let me just, because it was really messed up. It was really bad code, so okay, this is way better. Okay, so first thing we had to do to use this module is go to the client and type this variable, which is local UI manager, and equals to the require. So basically what this does is it requires the module, so the script will not run if this model isn't required. So what you do here is required, and here inside you just print the path of the model. Then you go here wherever you have that you want to like do a dot enabled or a dot visible. You want to just do UI manager dot open window, because it's just an example, but dot open window, okay, and it's this function, so it will be the open window, and then the element, which in this case it's UI. So frame screen GUI. This means this thing means that it can be a frame and it can also be a screen GUI, like we did here, okay. And here, like a element is a image button, so we can just do this, and to be honest, we can just do this, and wait, okay. And yeah, it can be a image button, because I need this. You can, like, if you want a text label, you can also do this text label, but I don't need it right now, so it doesn't matter. So it will print the UI. In this case it's miglioramento, which is like upgrade. And let's test this out. So button zone, it's this thing, okay. Let me just boom, button zone. You can clearly see here, and let's go test it out. So you can go there where it's in the upgrades. When I will touch this zone, the UI will appear, as you can see, okay. And when I exit, it's gonna close. Why? Because here I have another UI manager dot close window, which will close the window, okay. So wherever you want to do a dot visible, dot enable, and things like that, you have to require the model, because I see a lot of people doing this. This won't work. Like, if you don't use the require, this won't literally work, okay. So let's go test it out on a toggle window. Here I require, then I do UI manager toggle window achievement UI, which is this, and you can see this works perfectly. So if you want, I can put the script in the description. I would like you to do this for yourself without copying it and trying to understand this, because not many people understand this like in 1 second. It takes time. I just wanted to say this, and see you guys in the next video. Bye. If you reached this far in the video, comment with Jibo. Also guys, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe. I will continue to post these tutorials, so thank you guys for watching.